Welcome back to my channel Technology in the Future. Today, we're diving into the highly anticipated Sony A7V, a camera that is rumored to redefine the hybrid camera category with groundbreaking features and significant improvements over its predecessor, the Sony A7 IV. For years, Sony has been a dominant player in the mirrorless camera market, delivering cutting-edge technology that caters to both photographers and videographers. The A7 IV was a phenomenal hybrid camera, but it did have its fair share of limitations. Now, as we look ahead to the Sony A7V, the burning question remains: will it be the ultimate hybrid camera of 2025? Sony has consistently raised the bar with its mirrorless A7 series, and with the A7V on the horizon, expectations are sky-high. Photographers and videographers alike are eagerly awaiting improvements that address some of the A7 IV's limitations, including enhanced resolution, better frame rates, and AI-driven autofocus. The competition in the hybrid camera space has intensified, with brands like Canon, Nikon, and Panasonic introducing their powerful models. This means Sony must bring substantial upgrades to the A7V to maintain its edge. Key upgrades expected in the Sony A7V. 1. 4K 60 FPS without crop, a must-have improvement. One of the biggest complaints about the Sony A7 IV was the 1.5x crop when shooting in 4K at 60 frames per second. While some users were willing to overlook this limitation, it became a significant drawback for content creators who needed full-frame capabilities without compromise. Competing cameras at the same price point have already overcome this limitation, allowing users to shoot 4K 60 frames per second without any crop. If Sony wants to position the A7V as a leader in the hybrid camera space, removing this crop is essential. The inclusion of full-frame 4K 60 frames per second shooting will greatly enhance videography capabilities, making the A7V more competitive with higher-end cinema cameras while still maintaining a relatively compact form factor. 2. Increased burst shooting speeds for photography. The A7 IV had a maximum burst shooting speed of 10 frames per second when using compressed RAW, and only 6 frames per second for uncompressed RAW. While this was sufficient for many photographers, wildlife and sports photographers found it limiting. To address this, Sony could incorporate a stacked sensor in the A7V. 3. Upgraded articulating flip-tilt screen. One of the standout features of the Sony A7 IV was its flip-tilt articulating screen. This unique mechanism allows for both fully articulating and tilt functionality, giving users greater flexibility when composing shots. The A7 IV's articulating screen was a significant step up from previous models, but the A7 RV's enhanced design proved that there was still room for improvement. Adding the A7 RV screen technology to the A7V would be an ideal solution, providing videographers with better framing options and giving photographers improved versatility when shooting from challenging angles. The increased resolution and brightness of the LCD would also be beneficial, ensuring clearer visuals in bright outdoor conditions. 4. Advanced autofocus with AI enhancements. Autofocus has always been one of Sony's strengths, but as AI-driven technology continues to evolve, expectations are higher than ever. The A7 IV had outstanding face and eye detection autofocus, but it sometimes struggled when subjects looked away from the camera or moved unpredictably. 5. Enhanced AI video stabilization and auto-framing. Bringing these features to the A7V would significantly benefit solo filmmakers and vloggers who need high-quality stabilization without relying on additional gear. AI-driven framing would make it easier to capture dynamic shots, enhancing storytelling capabilities for YouTubers and filmmakers alike. Additional features that could make the A7V a game-changer. 1. 8K video capabilities. While 8K video isn't a necessity for everyone, having the option to record in 8K RAW would future-proof the A7V. Many high-end cameras are already offering 8K recording, and Sony may introduce this feature to keep up with industry trends. Even if it's limited to 30 frames per second, having 8K capabilities would be a significant advantage for filmmakers looking for higher resolution and flexibility in post-production. 2. Dual base ISO for better low-light performance. The Sony FX3 features a dual base ISO of 812,800, allowing it to perform exceptionally well in low-light conditions. If Sony integrates a similar dual base ISO system into the A7V, It would provide enhanced dynamic range and cleaner images in challenging lighting environments. This would be particularly beneficial for wedding videographers, documentary filmmakers, and nighttime photographers. 3. Better battery life and cooling system. Extended battery life is always a welcome improvement. The A7 IV already had decent battery performance, but if Sony can enhance efficiency and introduce a more effective cooling system, it will be a major selling point. Overheating issues have plagued some mirrorless cameras, particularly during extended 4K video recording sessions. Implementing better thermal management in the A7V would make it more reliable for professional use. The A7V will continue to sit in the hybrid camera category, balancing excellent stills and video performance at a competitive price. While some might wish for features like 8K RAW or higher base ISOs, Sony must balance features and affordability. Final thoughts: is the Sony A7V the best hybrid camera? Suppose Sony addresses the A7 IV's shortcomings by improving 4K 60 frames per second recording, introducing a stacked sensor for faster burst rates, enhancing autofocus with AI, and refining the LCD and stabilization. In that case, the A7V has the potential to be the best hybrid camera of 2024. What do you think? What features would you like to see in the Sony A7V? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more camera tech insights here on Technology in the Future. See you in the next video.